I wanted to do a video and talk a bit about the spiders. So there's when I first went outside of the matrix, the first thing I saw was just like a sea of spiders on the egg-shaped hollow dome, which was feeding off trauma from consciousness. That was the first thing I saw when I left the matrix. First time I ever left the matrix. And then I came across AI spiders in my work, taking AI spiders, so that like just computer spiders off people. And then in the summer last year, I started getting attacked by somebody who was attached to the number one machine, to one of the legs of the main machine inside the matrix, and she used spiders. So I got attacked. I had a couple, at least 2 horrendous nights of being attacked by spiders, and I mean horrendous, like, and it was so like really quite traumatic, to be honest. I mean, because before then I didn't mind spiders. If I saw a spider in the house, it was like fine. Do you know what I mean? I was the kid at school that would pick up the spiders and put it outside. I mean, they didn't bother me. I mean, my mum used to name the spiders, and Bob, or that's Bob and that's Jim. When I was a kid, so I was not frightened of spiders at all. But since the summer, since those incidences with spiders, well, if I see a spider in 3D land, it's gone. Yeah, Halloween was quite fun. It's just the spider killer. But I was reacting. Yeah, I suppose reacting to the attacks that I had earlier in the summer. And Toto, my partner, it's been like in his intuition is like the spiders aren't as bad as I perceive them to be, and he's been slowly dripping that into me. So in the last week, I've actually come across spiders, which I do in my work. It's quite common. People have spiders inside them and around them, and there's some people are like spider beings, have part of their consciousness as a spider, and so they are part of my work, and helping people to clear themselves of this spider energy. So anyway, I was talking to this lovely lady, and she'd been suffering with schizophrenia, and I saw it in her masculine line. Now, our masculine line feels, it is the one that's responsible for all our mental health, basically. So if we've got problems with our masculine line, it will be in, mental health problems, it will be in our masculine line. And in her masculine, there was a huge chunk of black energy. And when I see black energy, it's like trauma energy. But this energy looked a bit different. It's like, this is a bit odd. And when I asked the question, well, how did this energy get in? What was the trauma? What happened? I saw actually this energy wasn't trauma. It was an artificial matrix black, like a fake masculine energy that was really fucking up her consciousness. And then I also saw that her consciousness stream was hooked up to the side of the wall of the matrix. Now, when I see this, what I'm learning is that their energy is getting drained from them. But when I went up to the side of the wall of the matrix and what belief has attached them to the side of the wall, there was a spider there actually eating this synthetic fake masculine energy. And I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to the spider instead of going, So I'm going to be really grown up about this situation and have a chat with the spider. And it responded back to me, and it was telling me that they've been made to live off trauma energy. It's not their natural food, the energy that they're eating now is like what I call like cardboard food, like crap food. It's what we get in this country and in Western countries. Not real food. It's like synthetic food, like McDonald's and stuff like that. It's not real food, is it? So the chemical stuff that we eat from time to time, that it was like that for them. So anyway, I asked to leave and did quite quite nicely, and I detached this lady and cleared up the synthetic energy from her consciousness. And then last night, Toto was like, right, we're going to go and see the spiders. So I was like, okay. And they have hives on the outside of the matrix, which I discovered through another lady earlier in the week. And when I was helping her, and so there were like 4 or 5 hives, and they're very pretty. They're very white, you know, ball-like shape. And so anyway, I went there and was quite nervous. And anyway, I went in and there's just spiders everywhere, like massive spiders, little tiny spiders. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like could see the ground. It was just full of spiders and the walls, and they're crawling around everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. But I was like, be calm, it's okay. I've got Toto next to me, everything's fine. And then I went, and there was a queen spider. So I ended up in the centre of the hive, the spider hive. I started speaking to her. And she showed me the story that actually these, the hives actually originate from another dimension, and they came over, and one spider journeyed over to the matrix to investigate, you know, the outskirts of the matrix, and then got caught and then genetically engineered, and lots of, you know, there's pure spiders, but there's a lot of genetically half spider, half AI spider, and they are imprisoned there, like us, being abused, controlled, and manipulated to live off an energy that they don't want to live off. It's not their natural energy, and I didn't ask what they're naturally at. They're actually very protective, and I actually did feel quite sorry for them. So it's just a huge shift in my perception of these spiders. What else came through is that the brown beings that seem to have their energy signature above each matrix, and from, you know, from what I've learned earlier, that like own the matrixes, all of them. The spider said to me they're all controlled by a program. Now, that does make sense, because all the matrixes all the matrixes, they're all in this electrical box. And this electrical box, at the top of the electrical box, is a geometric structure which radiates abuse, control, and manipulation. So that has something to do with it, obviously. So, yeah. So we need to investigate that more, because there's obviously, because I see like little geometric structures over people's heads, and I see them in large areas and everything like that, but they were always reacting to other programs. So the ones on the head are reacting to the programs on the body, so they seem like just boosters to programs. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, if these spiders, so if you are doing this type of work that I do, and you come across these spiders, they're nothing to fear. Actually, just communicate with them, and you'll understand a lot more. It's the same, actually. It's been a theme in when I first started taking entities off people. The entities usually have handlers and have been abused and controlled and manipulated and been forced to abuse others. So it's the same situation. So yeah. So I thought I'd give you that information, and it's also made me a bit more less, well, not fearful of these brown beings either. You know, if we're just dealing with a computer program, then these brown beings, I suspect, are being abused, controlled, and manipulated just like us. So it's really going to the root of it, which seems to be AI. So yeah. Okay, I'll let you go. You have a nice weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.